May I take it that the Assembly wishes to adopt this draft resolution? I see no objections. It is so decided.
The United Nations has declared 2021 to 2030 to be the decade on ecosystem restoration. In the spirit of this ecosystem restoration, which was held in March 2022 in Nairobi, Kenya, one of the resolutions agreed by the UN Environment Assembly focuses on nature-based solutions, actions to protect, conserve, restore, sustainably use and manage ecosystems.
What there is now clarity on is that we will have a strong global, international and comprehensive framework on.
The resolution calls on UN Environment Programme to support the implementation of such solutions which safeguard the rights of communities and indigenous people. 3 resolutions prioritize ecosystem restoration, biodiversity protection, resource efficiency, consumption and production patterns, climate mitigation and adaptation, job creation and poverty reduction.
When the United Nations Environment Programme was founded in 1972, the planet was already showing signs of buckling under the weight of humanity. UNEP offered the world a new way forward based on a vision for a better, healthier Earth built on the pillars of international cooperation. On this anniversary, let us reflect on the urgent tasks ahead. We are nearing a point of no return, and let our successes, such as the Montreal Protocol, give us inspiration for the huge efforts that are needed now to ensure these and future generations can live on a sustainable planet.
I urge all of us to support UNEP because it has without doubt demonstrated its critical role in ensuring a sustainable planet by tackling cross-cutting issues such as climate change, biodiversity loss and plastic pollution.
Today, UNEP is now at the heart of protecting the asset upon which we all rely, the environment. The world has realized that it cannot pollute its way to development and clean up later. We have a human right to a healthy environment. Youth are demanding change. Governments, cities and regions are acting. Businesses are acting. Investors are acting. None of this was in place 50 years ago.
However, before the United Nations event, the Institute of Nature and Environmental Conservation (INEC) had already passed a conservation resolution in the Farm Headwaters Forest Reserve near Abofor in the Ashanti region. Farmers who are casually planting trees speak in low tones as they clear patches of vegetation in the forest reserve. Bernard Eshon is the project coordinator.
The goal of this project is to restore degraded sites across Africa, and in Ghana, INEC is one of the institutions chosen to engage in this particular project to achieve this target. The target for us this year is to plant over 50,000 seedlings to restore over 30 hectares to 80 hectares of land within the Farm Headwaters Reserve.
They plant seedlings that will mature into replanted trees within the next decade in a section of the size of 2 football fields. The forest reserve is home to both small and large animals, including elephants, buffaloes, lions, among others. However, it has experienced increased deforestation and degradation over the years as a result of illegal logging, bushfires, and other activities. David Kwating is the director of INEC.
These forests have been highly encroached by farming, mostly illegal. So the aim is to restore these degraded areas, but using native species, because what we've observed over the years is that there is the high rise of invasive species overtaking the lands in Ghana.
But say ya koso ema say nua ba no ya startia ebe ma say nua no asaba am ye nya so mfa so.
The landscape restoration project is part of the INEC initiative, which aims to restore 300 hectares of degraded lands in the country by 2025. Over 50 people have been directly employed in the forest restoration program. Some are community members who need to understand the importance of tree planting and to be part of the forest protection team.
And these people are paid 35 cedis per day. That is the head amount for each day. The people are given specific targets, which is to plant 4 hectares a day. And we've been able to, at the moment we've been able to plant about 28 hectares. We are still on, the project is still ongoing, and we hope to achieve a target of the 80,000 seedlings planted for this year.
But nyamada ma me ba ha no be hu enuaba ni bi en e bidimi minim se nyame ya doma sa na dachi bi no akiri ba no so na nka bi enu e bo ho anko mu bitom so mbeto a o be hu se dua we efinisi ene we edisi ti na ye ba adwuma so a ebi mo ho no ma ye wo mo a amobo page ena ye wo omo a o me mu tutu amena no ena ye wo omo a omo so wade ba.
Women on the tree planting team say it is a privilege to be part of the restoration process. Patience Yeboah and Agnes Jemfo are just two of them.
The Patience Yeboah, a man the ball lines na Yanzu see a man to yeti womachi, nebi swat maye, a be swat maye, na Yanzu see a tria, eti womachi.
So me did the Agnes Jemfo. Ya quine went yet me back. Be 8:30, 8:14. Nya share adwuma se be 9. Oh, nya bande edua pa itimi ya adwuma no. Etimi dua be 5,000, betimi abro 5,000.
Additionally, the project has been able to help increase the economic standard of the people, since these people are predominantly farmers, and thus having an additional livelihood will increase their economic standard, hence making it easy for them to be able to afford some social, some welfare, or some amenities, including being able to buy good water, being able to take their children to school, and being able to pay for some of their household responsibilities that requires funds.
INEC for my boy, if it's a me jawe na menye adwuma bia me tifie ti wo mo bae no maboa me. Our met me sika kakra eda me ho. Met me idea to ne amepe. Ti INEC for the maboa me. Me da o mase.
About 140,000 trees have been planted after 2 years of the 5-year project.
We are believing that within 5 years we'll be able to restore most of the degraded lands within this forest. We are working with local communities because we believe that once the local communities are part of the project, they will own and adopt the project as their own, thereby contributing to ensuring the success of the project.
The Foundation Franklinia funded project saw the planting of about 100,000 seedlings of African teak species in the Asenayon Forest Reserve.
The Papa Frame Daniel Akosibrentu, Baby Dia on the Mie, or Sofos Aneti. Na Mania Jimmy Huya Papa, Dientra. Said you may dear ma at Mampono, Akuta Crudia Imua, Kayatobaha. By a Jumaba and Mabwe ye papa, and the air can none say, Mamma Suara. A Jumano, Niabani ye dia, ye drassier, Bibia ye kama. Namasemi none say, Mamma Sabia, Mudu Yabasoya, and tea, more papa, Debbie, yes, some say. When Bias Mumma Dene said the Jumadia will move continue. No much trust us in mucha like I say, 10 acres, 15 acres, 20 acres, near Timia, Ginamatimia, ye, Amanobano, Abba. Na Yanyabi Adia, ya didn't manum, ye more from equal schools, so yet me day, Adia Bowen, and Wakonkai.
I'm Dane Pepra, technical officer in charge of Asenayon Forest Reserve. We are happy to have this 10 hectare Pericopsis lata plantation here. Where the project came, it will help us to understand the growth rate of the Pericopsis lata and how it does well according to the different spacing spacing regime we have it. When my assessment, I'm satisfied about the success rate of the. We have recorded about 50% growth success rate, so I'm happy that the project have been. But some of the problem we are having is it's about the farmers. Some of them, after doing collecting the farm, they abandon the farm and they don't do it. That is one of the main problems I have here. Other than that, we could have recorded about at least 80% growth rate or success rate. And also some of the places are very swampy. Some of the places are very swampy, so by being swampy, the farmers also rejected the area.
According to Olivia Hansinger of the Swiss-based foundation Franklinian, forests store a significant amount of carbon, which will aid in the fight against climate change.
What is important to know is that actually there is 60,000 species of trees worldwide. So trees are absolutely key species in the ecosystem. So they provide the habitat for all the biodiversity that depend on them. And it provides even more than that, it provides also a lot of ecosystem services for the people, for the local community. If you have a healthy forest with diverse trees, it will be resilient to climate change. Then also it can provide clean water that is absolutely needed for everyone who lives around this forest, and it stores carbon, so it's also extremely helpful to fight against climate change. And so in this sense it has multiple benefits, and that is really important for us to it's a huge task to protect the forest, to protect the trees. Of course, Fondation Franklin cannot do that alone, so that's why the local community, the villagers, the farmers, and as well the scientists, like the one who are working in INEC, are absolutely key. And if we all work hands in hands, I think we can make this planet a better place for the people and for biodiversity.
He says more tree planting will help to make the world a better place for human life and biodiversity.
Such dedication and passion for the long-term conservation of those trees, it gives us hope. It gives us hope for those species and for the people. And for us, planting the right tree at the right place for the right purpose is really a key message that we want that I want to pass on behalf of Fondation Franklin. And what I've seen also today is exactly following that philosophy, and that's make us very happy at Fondation Franklin.
We've taken a conscious effort to ensure that we don't just plant the trees, we take actionable steps to ensure that the trees that are planted are maintained. So we do what we call weed management. We also do what we call beating up. Of course, not every seedling that we put on the soil will survive in the long term. So the ones that are not able to survive, we come back and then we replant. So if we want to go around, we see that some of them are still young because they couldn't survive probably the harsh conditions that came, and so we have to replant them and so on and so forth. So we are, cautiously and keenly monitoring it day by day to ensure that we get as much percentage of success as possible.
The community's chief, Nana Amwako Jampa, urges residents to plant and protect trees.
Nindiana ye biana sono anya forest nko ye school ye fie ya bontene so ani ye mfuo mu nyina moma ye nua ni bi na moma ye ntie ho mfiri eniema ese ye forest no ebi ne say ye twitwa nua basa ye di eja toto forest ni any almighty galamsey say a forest na bedu emrebi no enchirima ebeba no omu mehu adefefa ye mpanyimfo ejato ho no.
INEC has trained community members in snail, mushroom, grass cutter and beekeeping farming as an alternative source of income. A report by NURUDEEN.